You'd think MS came with a manual, but instead we get Google scary photos and someone's aunt who thinks turmeric cures everything. You would think a life-changing diagnosis like multiple sclerosis would come with some sort of welcome kit, a nice box with a glossy, easy-to-read manual, maybe a few complimentary items like a prepaid pass for naps, a universal remote that actually works on everything. But no, instead, you get a diagnosis and a pat on the back, and a one-way ticket to Google, the internet's haunted house of worst-case scenarios, all those terrifying medical photos. Suddenly, everyone you know has an aunt's cousin who swears by a miracle cure, turmeric, celery juice, interpretive dance under a full moon. Welcome to the bewildering, overwhelming, and sometimes downright hilarious journey of building your MS support squad. No doom here. We're building your MS A-team, not your anxiety levels. Hook. I'll reveal the single most important person on your team at the end. Promise, we lower fear, raise joy. Question. Who's on your A squad? We are not going to live in that scary doom and gloom space. Not today. Today, we are going to be architects. We are going to design and build a team so strong and so supportive, one that makes living with MS feel less like a battle and more manageable, sometimes quirky, part of your life. We are going to lower the fear, make room for joy, find ways to laugh, even when your body throws a surprise party you never asked for. This is your guide to creating an A squad, identifying the real friends, spotting red flags from a mile away, and learning scripts you can use when people overstep. So, a question as we begin. Take a quick inventory of the people in your life right now. Who comes to mind when you think of support? Who makes you feel seen? Who makes you feel drained? You are in charge of the guest list. Who gets a front row seat and who gets guided to the exit? All right, let's talk about the professionals. This isn't just a list of doctors, your personal Justice League, your A squad, your team of highly specialized heroes dedicated to one mission, you. Think of it like casting a blockbuster movie where you are the star, the director, the executive producer. Each member has a specific superpower, a unique role in your story. Find the ones with skills and heart. You should feel like a partner, not a chart in a stack. First step, know who you might need and why. Teams evolve over time, perfectly normal. Neurologists, physical therapists, occupational therapists, mental health professionals, and others. Different lenses create a holistic picture. It's about optimizing quality of life. But not every hero fits. Personality clashes, outdated methods, poor listening. Red flags block care. Spot them early. Let's start with the head coach, the big boss, the quarterback, the neurologist, often your first and most consistent specialist. Special power, central nervous system expertise. Detectives who interpret MRI, explain complexity, and guide DMTs. A strategic partner who sees the big picture. They really listen, make eye contact, remember details, ask about your life. MS doesn't happen in a vacuum. They collaborate to align care with your goals and lifestyle. Now, the spicy part. Red flags, talking over you or constant interruptions. More screen than you? Problem. That's not MS with no investigation. Nope. If you leave smaller, more confused, more anxious, reevaluate. 4-minute drive-by isn't an appointment. You can recast. Your health deserves a committed supporting actor. Don't settle. Next up in our A squad, movement magicians, the physical therapist and the occupational therapist. They help you navigate the physical world with more ease, confidence, and independence. Practical, hands-on experts who turn challenges into manageable tasks. They bring tools, strategies, and a renewed sense of capability. PT, your body mechanic, movement, strength, balance, gait. A great PT won't hand you a generic sheet and bounce. They assess your actual movement and spasticity, then tailor to your energy and abilities, teach aids, ease stiffness, build stamina safely. OT, life hack guru for the occupations of living. Not just work, everything from brushing teeth to cooking to hobbies. They break tasks down, suggest tools, rearrange for efficiency. Spend limited energy on what matters most. Beware rigid plans, inflexible therapy, pushing through pain or fatigue. The right therapist empowers, respects limits, celebrates wins. Beyond neuro and movement pros, 2 key players can change everything: the speech-language pathologist, or SLP, and a mental health professional. They support communication, cognitive function, and emotional well-being. SLP helps dysarthria, dysphagia, and cog fog with thorough tests and practical exercises. Strengthen voice, improve clarity, make swallowing safer. Mental health, living with unpredictability is taxing. Grief, anxiety, overwhelm. A good therapist teaches coping, supports relationships, and addresses burnout tied to fatigue. Prioritize mental health, essential to managing MS. Red flags, dismissing subtle concerns, not understanding chronic fatigue or offering platitudes. Your A squad should communicate. Integrated care, one goal. your well-being. Everyone rowing in the same direction keeps you moving forward. Stay. Next, the people who truly get it. Big reveal at the end. Your medical A squad is essential, but only one part. Your personal circle, friends, family, peers, no degree required, honorary doctorates, and empathy. They know that I'm tired is a complete sentence, and a canceled plan isn't a rejection. True MVPs who celebrate the small victories. Peer support, local groups and online forums. They understand tingling, fatigue, and cog fog, and they get the dark humor. Life hacks you actually use. In these spaces, you don't have to explain. Share wins, vent frustrations, borrow hope. Friends and family who choose to learn are gold. A friend who suggests a movie night instead of going out, priceless. A partner who reads about MS or comes to appointments, love in action. My nerves are like faulty wires. Sometimes the signal doesn't get through. Be specific. Rough day, a hug would help. One small thing, laundry is too much today. Now for the cast you'll inevitably meet. They mean well, but drain your energy. Recognize the parade, but protect your peace. Spot them from a distance and sidestep gracefully. Save energy for what really matters. Let's name them. The cure dealer. They'll slide into your DMs or they'll corner you at a party. They'll offer miracle supplements, secret diets, exotic berries, make huge promises, have a hefty price with zero evidence. The message in your inbox will emphasize urgency. Say something like, "Doctors don't want you to know," in all caps. That's usually a red flag of a scam. Smile, nod, walk away. The toxic positivity patty. She usually says things like, "Everything happens for a reason. Just stay positive." It dismisses your feelings, sadness, anger, fear. You're allowed bad days. You're allowed to grieve. True support makes room for all emotions. Real positivity acknowledges your struggles. The researcher quotes headlines and comments. They discuss studies they haven't read. Counter with "That's interesting. Can you send the medical journal link?" Watch the conversation quickly change. Knowing who to avoid is one thing. Knowing what to say is another. Boundaries aren't mean. They're medical care for your soul. Your energy is a finite resource, like money. Don't hand it to every stranger. Boundaries are your fence, with a gate you control. Copy and paste scripts to protect your sanity. Say, "Thank you so much for thinking of me. I'm working closely with my medical team on a plan, but I appreciate you sharing." Magic. Acknowledges intent, asserts authority, closes door. No debates needed. State and move on. Repeat as needed. Say, "I really appreciate how much you care. I'm overwhelmed with info. What I need most is just someone to listen." Say, "I am hopeful, but today is just a hard day, and it helps me to be honest about that." Detox button SFX. Block, mute, unfollow. You don't have to engage or correct. Your peace is your priority. If this is helping, tap subscribe and like. It helps other MS warriors find this and build their A squad. We've assembled heroes, found MVPs, dodged energy vampires. We've built the MSA team. But the big reveal, who's the most indispensable member? Whose voice matters most? Whose intuition is the truest guide? Whose decisions shape the journey? It's you. You are the captain. You lead the team. Doctors, therapists, friends, family. You hold the map and steer the vessel. You can grow into this role with confidence and grace. Your power comes from lived experience. You're the expert on your body. You notice whispers, quirks, patterns, protests better than any MRI ever could. Participate actively in your care. Keep a symptom journal. Energy, pain, mood, food, sleep. Use it to see patterns and celebrate small wins. Redefine victory on your terms. Took a shower despite fatigue? Win. Grocery trip done? Win. Said no to a drain? Massive win. Small triumphs build momentum. Shift focus to what you can do. You are not a problem to solve. You're a person to understand. You're braver and more capable than you know. Heavy days, lean on your team. Light days, offer support. Team that listens. A few friends who get it. Strong boundaries. MS becomes a chapter, not the whole book. You don't have to do this alone. You're allowed to ask for help. You're allowed to rest and to laugh. You are the captain. Lead with your truth. Navigate with your heart. Who is one person you'd add or remove from your MS support squad? Drop it in the comments. Like and subscribe for more A squad building. With the right squad, MS becomes a team sport. And you don't have to play alone. Let's get to it. Your well-being is the most important project you will ever work on.